Okay, may we request Ayya to give us the 3 refuges and the 5 precepts. We will repeat after Ayya, okay, not together with Ayya. Do you want to start with Namo Tassa before the Buddha?
Yes, please.
Okay, we will repeat after you.
Okay. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tutiyampi Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tutiyampi Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Dutiyampi Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tutiyampi Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Dutiyampi Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tatiyampi Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tatiyampi Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tatiyampi Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tatiyampi Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tisarana-gamanang nititaṃ.
Amma Ayya.
Panatipata veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
Panatipata veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
Adinadana veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
Adinadana veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
Kamesu miccācara veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
Kamesu miccācara veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
Musavada veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
Musavada veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
Surameraya majapamadatthana veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
Surameraya majapamadatthana veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
Imani pancha sikkhapadani silena sugatinyanti silena bokha sampada silena niputinyanti tasma silang visodaye.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
So may you keep these 5 precepts for your happiness, for your prosperity, and for the attainment of Nibbana.
Thank you, Ayya.
Chanting the Metta Sutta.
Okay, please sit down. Do you want to do the Karang Metta chant?
In English?
English, yeah.
This is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, not busy with duties, and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm and wise and skillful, not proud and demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove, wishing in gladness and in safety. May all beings be happy.
Whatever living
beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be happy. Let none deceive another or despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another, even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child. So with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, freed from hatred and ill will, whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness. One should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding, by not holding to false views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being free from all sense desires, is not born again into this world.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, maybe invite Ayya to give us a 10-minute a short guided meditation followed by her talk.
Okay, just sit comfortably. And close your eyes and be very happy that you make it here tonight. And relax. Just stay at this moment, this beautiful moment right now. Stay in silence. Feel the silence. Immerse yourself in the silence. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Buddhang dhammang sanghang namasami. So good evening, everyone. So you already know that my name is Ayya Seri Bhikkhuni. I'm a nun from 𝑃𝑎𝑡𝑎𝑐𝑎𝑟𝑎 Bhikkhuni Hermitage. That is from Perth, Western Australia. And I'm actually, I think some of you will know that I have been away. Went to Kuala Lumpur to visit my mother. And then I come here, and then I'm going to fly back to Perth on Monday. So I was ordained actually started my monastic life in 2002. And someone that I saw earlier, she just reminded me that actually she's here. She attended my ordination. So, so I'm illegitimate. So I was started in 2002, and then have my official anagarika ordination in 2002 December, and I have at the time just only 10 precept nun. So I ordained as a 10 precept nun at Dhammasara Nuns Monastery with Ayya Vayama Bhikkhuni as my teacher. And that is, my ordination is 2004 as a 10 precept nun, and it is on 4th of July. And that's why I have a name called Seri. Seri means independence and freedom. So now you know. And then I have received my higher ordination as a bhikkhuni in October 2009. So seems I don't know what to do just now, but I've been around for a while. And I'm very delighted to be here because I used to work in Singapore, and so I haven't been back to Singapore for more than 20 years. So I work in the Guardian Pharmacy as a pharmacist. So I graduated in Western Australia at Curtin University, and then after that I came here to work because I actually born in Malaysia, but I can't remember my Malay. So the best choice is Singapore because I need to pass my exams in all the rules and regulations about all the pharmacy acts and stuff like that. So then I thought probably it's better bet for me to stay in Singapore. So I have a very pleasant experience in Singapore. I have some good friends here, so I'm very delighted to be back here. And I have been telling some people that I actually learned to meditate for the first time in Singapore. So some 30 years ago. So that's a long time. So this is a very special place, very special for me to be able to come back. And also I met someone who was at my ordination. It's even more special, which is rare nowadays to have people who attended anagarika as well, or just the high ordination. But yeah, she was there when I was an anagarika. Tonight, I'm going to share with you, first of all, you all know that the title of the talk I'm going to talk about is called A Single Excellent Night. So I'm going to share with you, actually, I took the title from a sutta in the Majjhima Nikaya, the middle-length discourse, and the translation that I use is by Bhikkhu Yanamoli and Bhikkhu Bodhi. This is the stanza from the sutta. Is my favorite stanza, and It is my favorite. One of the reasons is my teachers, Ayya Vayama Bhikkhuni. So I not just have Ajahn Brahm, because when I ordained as a 10 precept nun, Ajahn Brahm actually is my going forth teacher in 2004, and then Ayya Vayama is my teacher. Because being a nun, I stay in the nuns' monastery. Of course, I'm going to take a nun as my teacher. And then for my Bhikkhuni ordination, my preceptor actually is Ayya Tataloka Mahateri. She is actually from USA, even though I was ordained at Buddhayana Monastery in 2009. So these stanzas have a very special place for me because it is also my teacher's favorite stanza. So I'm going to, the sutta is number 131, those who are interested. It's called Bade Karacha Sutta. So the English translation is a single excellent night. So I'm going to read to you the stanzas. Let not a person revive the past, or on the future build his hopes. For the past has been left behind, and the future has not been reached. Instead, with insight, let him see each presently arisen state. Let him know that and be sure of it. Invincibly, unshakably. Today, the effort must be made. Tomorrow, death may come. Who knows? No bargain with mortality can keep him and his thoughts away. But one who dwells thus ardently, relentlessly, by day, by night, it is he, the peaceful sage, has said, who has had a single excellent night. Would you like me to repeat the stanza again? I'm going to talk about it. Yeah, I'm going to repeat it one more time, and I'm going to talk about it as my talk tonight. So I'm going to repeat the stanzas again. Let not a person revive the past, or on the future build his hopes. For the past has been left behind, and the future has not been reached. Instead, with insight, let him see each presently arisen state. Let him know that and be sure of it. Invincibly, unshakably. Today, the effort must be made. Tomorrow, death may come. Who knows? No bargain with mortality can keep him and his thoughts away. But one who dwells thus ardently, relentlessly, by day, by night, it is he, the peaceful sage, has said, who has had a single excellent night. When the Buddha talked about a single excellent night, it's not really the normal excellent night. It's not talking about having a good time because you have a lovely time with your family, or have a lovely time with your friends, or just came out from a party. It is, so we're going to talk about what the Buddha means by a single excellent night. But I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to go through the first two verses as the stanza. Let not a person revive the past, or on the future builds his hopes. And the past has been left behind, and the future has not been reached. And in the suttas, I'm going to read that particular suttas, that part that when what the Buddhists talk about, revive the past. The Buddha say that, and how do you not run back to the past? You muster delight here, thinking, I had such a form in the past, I had such feeling, perception, choice, and consciousness in the past. That's how you run to the past. And how do you not run back to the past? You don't muster delight here, thinking, I have such a form in the past. I had such a feeling, perception, choice, consciousness in the past. That's how you don't run back to the past. For example, how you run to the past, all of us, we like to, sometimes we go to the past like me. I told you that I used to be a pharmacist. So if I start thinking thinking about it, so that's what I have done in the past as a pharmacist. I used to work in Guardian Pharmacy, and I have even dreams running to the future now, dreams and hopes to own a pharmacy. And I even, with friends, we used to sit down and talk about it. We say we want to make it special. We want to have a book cafe in the pharmacy. You know, people can sit and read and have coffee while they are waiting for prescriptions. In Australia, you can't get your medicine from the doctor. So you get a prescription and go to the pharmacy to get your prescription medicines. So sometimes people go to wait for a long time. So that's what my dreams are. But I'm no longer a pharmacist. I'm now a bhikkhuni, a nun. Running back to the past would not really able to help me to be calm and peaceful right now. So that's why the Buddha say, let not a person revive the past, because the past has been left behind. And another example is I love to tell stories. So I guarantee that you haven't heard my stories before, because I will not repeat Ajahn Brahm's story. I told him that last year during the rains that I say, Ajahn, I have been around for a long time. I almost can repeat most of his stories when he gave a talk, but I will not use his stories. I tried. So one of the stories that I can share with you is, you know, I used to be a caregiver for my teacher, Ayya Vayama Bhikkhuni. So I looked after her for 11 and a half years until she passed away in 2021. So I'm no longer the caregivers now. She already passed away. So that is the past. So if we're running back again and again, thinking about what happened in the past, you know, I can tell you all the story, what happened in the past, all the things that I have to do. I might share some with you later on, but that is not helpful. And thinking about, well, I can't think about what is happening in the future. And then not just thinking about being a caregiver, so I can think about what I should do or could do to do more to help my teacher, Ayya Vayama. I could think about, well, I should take her to search around the world for the cure. I could, get up earlier to do offer her personal care, or I could take her to the doctor whenever time that she needed to. I did, but instead of keep on thinking what I should do, I could do, but actually just focusing on the 2 bad breaks, I could think about all the things that I have done. As I mentioned earlier, 11 and a half years is a long time in anyone's life. And I did offer the care and support with all my heart. And as I said, I'm going to share with you a bit of what I need to do. I run a roster she's very lucky. In Australia, we have something called National Disability Insurance Schemes. So she managed to get into the scheme. So they provide services, carer in Australia, we call it support worker. So towards the last 3 years of her life, she has a 24 hours care because she in the wheelchair. So I can't do the hoist her up by myself. So I need someone else to help me. And that is provided by the government, the care. And I run the roster. So I need to be able to look for people who want to work. And this is a challenge to get someone for 24 hours shift. And I need to train the support worker because not everyone have the skills that we need that's suitable for Ayya Vayama. And not just that, what else we need to do? I'm a pharmacist, I'm not a nurse. So I actually been trained in the hospital to know how to bathe, how to hoist, and how to change. And then I pass on the knowledge to the support worker and some volunteers actually, who's a Buddhist, but they volunteer to come and help me. And besides that, I did organize some alternative treatment. So she did have a Chinese doctor. So she have acupuncture, and we did organize things like, which is very good, that is covered by the government scheme, things like physiotherapists. So she need to have occupational therapists so that she can get a wheelchair. And in Australia, you can't just go and buy a wheelchair. And this is provided by the scheme, her wheelchair. So someone got to measure her to see what is suitable for her. And all sorts of things like I need to learn how to use all the machines. Is any nurses or doctors here? No? Things like I need to, don't know whether you heard of it, but things like a cough assist machine, which the physiotherapists from the hospital need to teach me. And things like a BiPAP machine. You might have heard of CPAP machine for sleep apnea, but Ayya Vayama have a neurological condition, so she need a BiPAP machine. And so I learned all those things because I have to, in order to provide her care. And I must say I'm very lucky because I'm from the health, from pharmacy background. I'm actually trained in Perth, and I live in Perth, so I know the hospitals and all the scheme really well. So make it easier for me to learn all the care and systems. So as I say, not just that, I also, when she passed away, I was standing next to her, chanting. And I managed, she also has, she left in her will that asked me to conduct her funeral service. So I organized a funeral, conducted a funeral service. I must say, for the first time, probably Ajahn Brahm attended the funeral and not conducting the funeral. It's wonderful that Ayya Vayama asked another bhikkhuni to conduct a funeral because she wanted to give the bhikkhuni an opportunity to show that actually we can do, as a bhikkhuni, we able to do what the monks can do as well. Just give the opportunity so that people will know that the bhikkhuni is there. We are, and we are trained in the same way as the monks. So, so it's just wonderful that she actually specified that, say, Ayya Seri do whatever ceremony that she requested. It's not just that. I actually, someone was surprised, so I was telling my family as well that I was, after she passed away, her body in Australia, you need to go to the mortuary. And I went back with her best friends. We actually washed her, dressed her, and prepared her body for the funeral service. it is a very good contemplation for me, I must say. And I asked her before she passed away, can I do that? And she said yes. And there's contemplation for me about death. To touch and clean and dress dead body. You can really see that before someone passes away, like all of us sitting here, we have the vitality, we're breathing. But once you pass away, especially, I think I went back probably 5 days later, and the body is no longer have any life. So it's good contemplation for me. And when I asked us, so it's very appropriate for Bhikkhuni to prepare her body for the funeral service. So as I say, I did everything I could, so I could have looked into the 98 good breaks, and the 2 bad breaks I might not or should have done, that I can just leave it behind. Because as the Buddha have said, Ayya Vayama has already passed away. Regrets, thinking about what I could or should do, will not help me to stay in present moment, to be present, to be peaceful and calm, and to continue my practice. So instead, I could concentrate on the 98 good breaks that I have put in. And of course, of the good karmas that I make, so I should or could focus on that. I'm going to move on to I'm going to share with you some more stories. Actually, let me read the next stanza. Instead, with insight, let him see each presently arisen state. Let him know that and be sure of it, invincibly, unshakably. So the Buddha is talking about how you not run to the future or in the past, but how do you stay in the present? Be really sure of what is it happening right now. Because we've got to be aware of something. Instead of going back to what happened in the past or what happened in the future. I'm sure, well, some of you might be sitting here thinking that this venerable, this ayya is very boring. What I should do after her talk, should I go to have supper? Or should I still go out with my friends? Or you're planning for tomorrow? Probably I shouldn't come for the meditation day tomorrow because it's a bit boring. Let me go out, or you want to go shopping, or whatever that's what we run, even at this moment. There's more stories we can think about. I could think about, wow, finish these 3 days, I can go back to Perth. So, but the Buddha encourages us, be present and know what is happening right now. Don't throw away our present moment. Don't throw away the time right now. I got a story to share. I got more stories to share, but this is one of them. When I was looking after Ayya Vayama, so we do personal care. So she was lying down in her bed in the middle. So I'm one side and the support worker is the other side. Sometimes at that particular time, I get engaged in talking with the support worker. I must say, not just engaged, we probably lost in our conversation. Because initially, there's a support worker, which is the carer that some people use to the words. They find that we are very fascinating, especially as a nun. You know, they have lots of questions to ask me. We just keep on talking. Then Ayya Vayama was, she still could speak at the time. She lost her ability of her speech later on, especially the last year of her life. So during the time she was saying to us, hello, do you still remember me? I'm still here. And 2 of us just stopped talking. Yes, both of us have just not stayed in the present. We've forgotten what we are meant to be doing right now. The most important person is the one that in front of us, the patient. But we just get lost, just keep on talking. I can't remember what we talk about, as I say, lots of conversation. And then we just got to, because as soon as we run away from the present, which is what we're supposed to be doing right now, we could be talking to the past or to the future, and we are not able to be fully present with what we are doing. So remember, our mind only can be aware of one thing at a time. So when when we are talking, we didn't pay full attention to what we meant to be doing. So it's great that I have great opportunity, very fortunate that to be with my teacher, Ayya Vayama. Even though she was sick, she's still trying to teach me about present moment awareness. She could just say nothing, but she's trying to pull me back from going somewhere back to this moment. So there's one of the story. But sometimes there's another stories. I just came from Kuala Lumpur, and I told you that I visited my mom. I haven't seen her since 2019, I think since the COVID-19 lockdown. And then after that, I spent a year on retreat in China Grove, so I couldn't go to see her. So I thought, and in the past 11.5 years, I have been giving my time to Ayya Vayama because I can't really go away for too long. I did went back to see her in 2018 for my mom's 80th birthday. She's 84 this year. So I thought this is time for me to give her a bit of my time. That's why I decided to go back to see her. And before I left for Kuala Lumpur, I made a determination that I'm going to give her my time, regardless whatever she wants to do, wherever she wants to go, I just be with her. And I must say, yes, I managed to give her a bit of a foot massage. I used to be a naturopath as well, so I know, not a bit, I actually trained in foot massage. So I have the opportunities to say, what would you like me to do? So I managed to do that. However, after living 20-odd years as a nun, the other world is very different. My family, they are non-Buddhists. So they find it's very challenging for them to offer me dana before 12. They just say, nothing is open. They're trying to take me to all the food and the hawker's food that I haven't tasted for the long time because I didn't go back. I only managed to go. I went for 3 days for my mom's 80th birthday, but it's just basically to be present at her birthday party. So my brother and family, they have been wonderful. They're trying to introduce me to say, remember all this food, whatever, 𝐾𝐶 and all those things, laksa and mee rebus and what is the other one called? Mee siam, yes. More than that, my brother is a food lover. But I was sitting there. I do my best. That's why it's very good. As a mindfulness practice, I already knew that I'm going back. I already tell myself I'm going to stay at present moment, whatever happened. It doesn't really matter after 20 years whether I'm eating mee rebus or pasta or whatever, because I'm not quite as interested as someone like my brother or like I don't know, some of you who is interested in food. Someone just told me that they can't become a nun because they can't give up food and television or something. But for me, after over 20 years, it is not the most important thing in my life. but I went along. And because of their kindness and generosity. But it's very distant, like a two different life, because as a nun, normally I don't choose. When people bring, I have a dana roster, so I stay in Pattacca Bhikkhuni Hermitage, I'll tell you more about. And I just receive whatever dana that people offer. You know, it can be a Sri Lankan, can be Australian, and it can be Chinese. So I don't have a choice of what sort of food that I say, can I request today? Oh, rojak or whatever. I must say one of our supporters in Perth, she is very good cook. So she did ask me before I left Perth, they say, what sort of food would you like me to offer? She can cook up anything. But that's what I'm trying to say is the present moment awareness allowed me to not to judge. So, which is very good for me to be able to stand back a little bit and observe what is going on and be really with my mother and my brother and the family, but not to judge what is going on there. And not to run away. You know, my brother got two 8-year-old twins, boys. At the time, I refused to make any judgment or feel overwhelmed by the two kids running around. But I must say, I told someone that as a nun, people only bring their kids for dana, only there for maximum an hour, and then they will go home. And I will not need to deal with any kids running around. So I didn't really fully, I must say, probably because of my decision just to be there, to be with my mom, I didn't stay involved in, you know, trying to discipline the kids because they are running around, because of two boys, or trying to judge, you know, if things shouldn't be done this way or that way. And I managed to appreciate my brother because he took care of my mom really well. My mom lived with my brother, and they travel. My brother will travel wherever he goes. He will take my mom with him. You know, they're going to go to Australia, to Melbourne, and they went to Phuket not long ago. So the whole family went, including my mom, who is 84. So my brother got to look after her. So I told my brother that you actually is a very good son. He do have his faults, you know, no one is perfect. And so I said to my mom, you're very lucky. Because he took my mom to doctors, to dentists, or my sister-in-law. So I don't have to worry. But I would like to be there just for my mom. And because you never know what will happen tomorrow. And I am very fully aware of the impermanence in life. So I want to have the opportunity now I could to give my mom a bit of my time, just to be there. I didn't do anything except give her foot massage or listen to her complaints. So I just stayed with her. So she wanted to go to the shopping center to get something. So I went with her. Or we went to have a drink in the shopping center, so we was there. So that is one of the ways you can't before you do something, tell yourself that, yeah, I'm not sure what will happen, but I'm going to stay in present moment. You're not going to throw your time away. So I do not want to throw my time away with my mom by running away. I don't like it. Or I came from Perth. The weather is a bit hot. Not just hot, it's very humid. Like I haven't been experienced that for a long time. But somehow doesn't matter. Because my aim that I'm trying to remind myself again and again is to be with my mom this time, because I never know when I'm going to go back again. Or she's well enough next time when I visit her, to spend time with her. I did write down the examples that I want to tell you, otherwise I would not remember. So I'm talking about the present moment awareness. So that's one of the examples that I can share with you. But after saying that about not to run to the future or the past, but sometimes we do need to have a plan. I'm going to start with my own examples because I only can, you cannot say that it's not right because it's from my own personal experience. So I've been telling you that I'm from 𝑃𝑎𝑡𝑎𝑐𝑎𝑟𝑎 Bhikkhuni Hermitage. At the moment, I'm the only nun from there. It used to be me and Ayya Vayama Bhikkhuni. And I spent 11.5 years. I actually stayed with a lay supporter, female lay supporter, for the all past 11.5 years until Ayya Vayama passed away. And because she invited us, so we stayed there as a guest. After she passed away, I'm very fortunate. Ajahn Brahm has had invited me to spend a year at Jhana Grove. Ajahn Brahm called it Club Med. I must say it is a very nice place. So when after 1 year, just on the 2nd of January, I just moved out from Jhana Grove. And I'm currently staying in the chairperson of 𝑃𝑎𝑡𝑎𝑐𝑎𝑟𝑎 Bhikkhuni Hermitage. That she has a granny flat, so I'm staying there at the moment. Because we are working towards a small property, not as big property as Buddhist fellowship is going to get, just a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in Perth. Because I was telling Amy just now, I say, I'm getting older. I'm not going to work on a big property. So I can't jump in to clean a water tank anymore. Those of you who have been to Jhana Grove or Bodhiana, they have big water tank because in the rural countries, they don't have a water supply. I say, after looking after Ayya for all this time, I need something that, I don't need too much work. I'm happy to offer my services and teach and have a bit of time by myself rather than just need to do all the maintenance on the property itself. So we do need to plan of what we need to do. So there's a Buddhist community in Perth, the 𝑃𝑎𝑡𝑎𝑐𝑎𝑟𝑎 Bhikkhuni Hermitage community. We are planning to purchase a property. We haven't had enough fund yet, like everyone else. and we planned because after I left, I'm leaving here on Monday. Next Saturday, we are having a head shaving event at Bodhiana Monastery. Ajahn Brahmali kindly agreed going to shave I think 6 laymen. I'm going to shave 5 women for as a fundraising event. So we do need to plan. You can't just, otherwise you will not be able to realize our hopes or realize our goals in the future. However, after our plans, we need to let it be. We need to drop the story, what we need to do. In my case, so if I don't let go of the current situation I'm in, you can say that I have to let go of the uncertainties and the worries I have because I'm still not able to settle at a place. I'm still wandering around from the lay supporter's place, and then I spent a year in Jhana Grove. We're still not able to purchase a place yet. But I have to let everything go. Then I can appreciate the time I have at Jhana Grove. I spent a year there. If I can't let my plans and hopes go, I will not be able to focus on the practice. I have Ajahn Brahm as a teacher, which I have interviewed every 2 weeks. And I need to practice present moment awareness and contentment with what I have. Jhana Grove is beautiful. Those of you who haven't been to Jhana Grove, it is very peaceful and calm place. There's no traffic inside Jhana Grove as well. And I have the teacher, Ajahn Brahm, in front of me. if I don't drop my stories and keep on dwelling on the hopes or the past or the future of uncertainties or worries, I'll miss the wonderful opportunity to practice at present moment, to be able to deepen my practice there. It is very unusual to have a year at, though some of you have spent a few weeks, or I think some of you have spent a few months. I don't think those people are here, but I know some people stay a few weeks at Ajana Grove. I have a 1-year opportunity. I don't need to do anything. All I need to do is go to Dana at Buddhayana Monastery, came back into the nun's cottage. I don't even see the caretaker. Only once a week she will come and offer me the medicine. And I will just go back into the nun's cottage. I will do meditate, read, and do whatever that I would like to do. So if I don't stay in present, look how wonderful it is, the present conditions, then I miss it. I basically will throw my whole year of life away by keep on worrying and planning for the future. Because the plan already made, I can't do anything. I might as well enjoy the present moment. Just like some of you might be feeling boring or plan for the future or thinking about what happened and work today, enjoy it now. All of us are together. All the friends in Dhamma, it is very pleasant. So rather than throw away this time and enjoy this very moment. So that is one of the great examples. And another thing is I'm currently staying at the granny flat site in our chairperson's house. Her house is in Fremantle, very close to the river, the Swan River. I have the opportunity. I can keep on just drinking, well, still haven't got a place to stay. What I'm going to do? But instead, I enjoy going down to the river for a walk. I'm meeting all these, the very beautiful blue sky and calm water, see the birds and the swans, and meeting people and the dogs, which I love animals, so I love meeting the dogs on my walk. So I can really enjoy that rather than keep on dwelling on what it can happen or what it couldn't happen. So this is how, just from my example, you can think of many of examples in your own life, that how we can throw away our pleasant moment, very pleasant time right now and beneficial time right now, instead of running towards the future or the past. And the present moment awareness is not just in life. And when we talk about meditation, just now the 10 minutes meditation, when say, stay in the silence. I purposely didn't say anything more because silence means say not, you can hear nothing. So I didn't continue. And I am sure that in those short time, your mind probably have lots of travel around the world in the past, the world in the future, or the plans. So that's what happened. It's nothing wrong, because if you would want your mind to be staying present, you need to be practicing not just in meditation, but in our life, so that when you sit down, it will not take you days to be able to stay in silence, to stay in focus in present moment, or stay with the breath. So it is the practice is a whole, the Eightfold Path is a whole package. You know, you can't just leave one thing out and not continue with the others. I'm just looking at the time. One of the things that I need to plan is I'm running out of time. But I'm going to continue to share with you. I'm going to just continue with the next few verses. And it says, today the effort must be made. Tomorrow death may come. Who knows? no bargain with mortality can keep him and his thoughts away. I have mentioned earlier that I went back to see my mom. Actually, just before Chinese New Year, one day before Chinese New Year, my father's brother, younger brother, passed away just one day before Chinese New Year. So I think my mom's a bit shocked with that sudden, it's unexpectedly. So he basically just collapsed at night, 2 a.m., and on New Year's Eve, Chinese New Year's Eve. So that is also very in the forefront of my mind as I have watched Ayya Vayama, passing away, just in front of my eyes. Actually, with my grandma as well. So, and also very aware of impermanence. Things can happen. We think that the young ones, I don't know how old is, we got a younger one here. The young ones all think that you have plenty of time. Even the older one think that it will not be me tonight or tomorrow. We never know. So we need, the Buddha is trying to encourage us, practice now, not tomorrow. I'm just going to share with you one of the supporters we have in Perth that I get to know them. When they turn 50, ideally is not when you turn 50, but it start when you're younger than 50. When they turn 50, they decided that, well, they must put in that effort. So they make a determination that they're going to, a couple, they are traditional Buddhists. They're going to practice meditation. They're going to do 2 to 3 hours per day. I just suggested some people that say 10 minutes to 15 minutes will be wonderful, you can start that, which is very true. But this couple, they think that they start late at 50. So he's still working. He needs to get up 2 hours before he needs to get ready for work, meditated, went to work, came back. Sometimes they might need to attend some family gatherings or something, but he still need to make sure that he sits for another hour. He told me that he started off very ambitious, wanted to do 4 hours per day. So that means he needs to get up 3 hours in the morning and an hour at night. But he decided just 2 hours in the morning is enough. They are now in their late 70s or 80s. So for the last 25 years, 30 years, they have been practicing. So now they're retired. They need to do babysitting or grandchildren sitting, but they still offer dana, and they will go to attend talks and meditation retreats and meditation day. They are not very well because they are already in their 80s. But I talked to them recently. They say they are not worried because they have put in the effort. Not just that, of course, keeping the precepts. So they have put in all the effort that they could. They're still doing family gathering or family days, but they knew in their heart that they have put in all their effort they could. So I encourage all of you, all of us, all of you, to do even 10 to 15 minutes per day now. If you're in your 30s or younger, that is wonderful. Because by the time you retired, you already have a firm foundation in your practice. And because I heard a lot of people telling me that, no, I will start meditating only after I retired. That's my mom used to say to me. Well, I've been a nun more than 20 years. She's not a Buddhist, but I'm trying to encourage her to meditate. She said, no, I'll do that after I retire. But then there's grandchildren, and some people might not be well when you retire. You might spend all your time, some of your time at the doctor's or at the hospital waiting for your appointment. So why not do it now? And then you know by then, you can just like, after retirement, you have all the time, you'll be like sitting in a rocket. Your practice just go all the way. So that is why the Buddha say, do it today. I got more story to tell you. I got 10 more minutes. One of the story I can share with you is myself. When I wanted to ordain as a nun, some 2002, I went in as an anagarika. At the time, I can't decide, actually 2001, I need to decide whether, I need Buddhist application to be anagarika, so it takes time to get into the list. So I'm lucky at the time there's not many people, probably among them I'm the only one locally from Perth. So, but I can't decide whether I should go to, train to went into the monastery next year. I thought, I live with my grandmother. She was actually probably 86 by then. So I thought, well, probably another 4 more years. She might be old enough or she might pass away by then. Then I can go in. I don't want to leave her behind. But when I was working in the pharmacy, I met another 88 or 90-year-old lady, also from actually from traditional Buddhist. She was coming in with her walking stick, with her daughter, but she's quite well. It just struck me at the time, saying, another 4 years' time, my grandma still be like that, but I might not. I might die. I want to be able to give it a go. I don't know whether I can stay as a nun at the time, but I want to give it a go before I no longer have the opportunity then. So then I changed my mind. I changed my, I put in my application quite soon, a few months or a couple of months later. And my grandma still stayed alive until she was 98. That's 12 years later. And I conducted her funeral too. So if I managed to, I actually went to the hospital, stay in the hospital with her when she was dying, and I did have regular contact with her, even though I already a nun. Ayya Vayama said, yes, I can do that. But imagine that I didn't. Anything can happen. I can walk out here and being hit by a car. You heard stroke and heart failure, everything happened at any age. So I could die before my grandma. So I'm glad that I did make that decision. Otherwise, I will not be able to sit here to talk to you. Yes, 12 years ago, 12 years less than what I am now, so I'll probably only be 8 years as a nun. Or any impermanence can happen in my life too. So that is something that I just sharing with some examples that why we need to do the practice now, not tomorrow. And another story to share. When I was looking after Ayya Vayama, at the time she still could speak. Every night before she sleep, she always say thank you to me. I told her, I said, Ayya, I actually knew that you appreciate my help and care and support. You don't need to say thank you to me every night. Her reply to me was, I might not wake up tomorrow, but she wanted to say thank you to show her appreciation now. So this is something that Ayya Vayama have been practicing in. I think she started as an anagarika in 1984 in Sri Lanka. She ordained in Sri Lanka. And she ordained as a 10 precept nun in 1985. So by the time she passed away, I think 2021 will be about 36 and a half years or something as a nun. She practiced that. She's fully aware of the impermanence that can happen anytime. A small thing seems very trivial to say thank you. Because, I just say you don't need to say thank you every night. But she insisted. Because I think there's 2 things she's trying to do. 1, for her own practice. 2, she's trying to teach me. Impermanence. Don't forget that. That's the 3 characteristics the Buddha have mentioned: impermanence, suffering, and non-self. So we all got to remember that. I am going to finish here. Can't tell you all the story, but I still got this weekend to go. So if you want to listen to more of my story, you can come in to join us. So I'm going to finish by finishing the last 4 stanzas. The Buddha say, but the one who dwells thus ardently, relentlessly, by day, by night, it is he, the peaceful sage has said, who has had a single excellent night. So by now you beware that the Buddha, when the Buddha say a single excellent night, it's not any other fun night. Like all of you here tonight, you have taken the precepts. You come here to chant and meditate together. Even it is 10 minutes. Remember, every single drops of effort you put into your bucket of practice towards inclining you towards liberation and freedom, nibbana. So you have done that tonight. You listen with great interest, I hope, not too boring, to whatever reflections that I share tonight. So the Buddha considered this is a single excellent night that all of us have tonight. So remember that. And don't take every small things, seems like trivial things you do, as the effort that you make in the practice. And give yourself a pat on your shoulder, that you did that. And the Buddha say, all of us did have a single excellent night. So I share this reflection with you, and may also would like to share this the offering of reflection tonight with my teacher, Ayya Vayama Bhikkhuni. She passed away a little bit more than a year ago. So may the sharing of the reflections tonight help us all in our practice towards liberation, freedom, nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And I should have much time for Q&A.
Maybe anyone with one burning question or something you'd like to ask Ayya? Or else you can ask it on Sunday. One question from the floor?
Please do not be shy. I promise I will try my best to answer. Anything
None?
you can ask.
Everyone had a single excellent night.
Yes.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Evening. I heard your retreat over Zoom in, is it Jhana Grove? Or you held a retreat or something?
Retreat?
Yeah.
Yes, they invited me to offer a weekend retreat at Jhana Grove last year in end of November.
Yeah. Enjoy the talk.
Thank you.
I just wonder, as a caregiver and not a nun, what are the things that you faced and how do you overcome it? Because any point of life in time, any one of us could be a caregiver. So, I mean, there are frustrations and taking care of Ayya Vayama. How do you feel, how you overcome? Perhaps you can share with us.
Yes, of course I'm very lucky to be a nun with the practice behind me and with Ayya Vayama as my teacher. Of course, I have great gratitude and respect for her, so that makes things easier compared to probably other in general. And of course, I also have the perfect patient because she's non-complaining. She's full of loving kindness and care, very appreciative of what I do. But of course, I have frustration because, you know, when I'm running a roster, the carer can call me. They meant to come on duty at 9 o'clock. They call me at 6 o'clock, say that they have a headache. They better don't come because of Ayya Vayama we are very careful so that she don't get a chest infection or anything. So when someone called me at 6 o'clock, she meant to be here by 9. I need to look for a carer everywhere or support worker everywhere. Otherwise, I need to stay up the whole night because I still I shower her, I hoist her out in the morning. So if I don't have a chance to rest at night, I don't even get a long time, a few hours of sleep. So it will be more challenging for me. So there's lots of frustrating times happening like that. I must say I do not need to deal with Ayya Vayama herself. She is excellent to look after, but everything else outside me that I need to look after. I'm very grateful that I must say there's not one day that I would thought of, I would like to run away. Some people might be, but I think to be able to present moment awareness, pull yourself back at single time, because at the time when someone called me at 6 o'clock, I need to get onto the phone to get some help. Because all the personal care, even though I'm there, I still need another person to help me to roll Ayya to the side to do personal care, like change her or do anything, hoist her. So in Australia, you can't, actually, I try not to do it on myself because even though I do the caretaking for so long, I know that if I break my back, Ayya Vayama in a bigger trouble than it is. So I do not attempt to hoist her up by myself. So I still need to look for someone. So many times of the frustration that way. Of course, there's other examples. I can't really if I want to say, no, I want to meditate now, this afternoon, I'm off. I don't care what happened. That's impossible because I'm fully responsible. That's what I promised, committed myself to do. And I do have a brother in Sydney, but I am so-called is the one that she put me down as next of kin. I'm also her enduring guardianship. So in the middle of meditation or middle of my dana, I need to get up to attend to her. But I think the helpful way is, to me, is always stay as present as you can. It helps with the practice if you can just say, this is what I need to do now. Not thinking about, I want to do meditation, or I want to go for a walk, or I want to do this. Because then you are running to the past and the future. That is a great way to practice, for me anyway. And I have no choice, being a caregiver, you're being forced to the present moment because you need to deal with whatever happened right now. I did stay with her in ICU and all the time that she have or the emergency department, every time she have admission. Because I can't speak, and being a nun, I have a great excuse. I say, two of us got to stay together. And of course, I know everything, all the medical background about her. So I could done a lot of things in the past 12 years. That's why I think Eileen was saying, people do not know who you are. I say, of course, because I spent the rest of all those times focus on what I need to do. So that will be very helpful. It's lots of challenging time in your life, in our life as a caregiver, or the way that all of us can practice, very useful. One day, we're all going to be the patient being sick. If we practice now, practice about present moment awareness, practice about letting go, practice about very fully aware of old age, sickness, and death, not to struggle with it, it will make the job of the caregiver much easier, like I have. And even that, I still got other challenging things outside me, because when even just two of us are nuns, I have a lot of volunteers, like those people sitting here, they are just come. They are non-caregivers. They have no training. They come and help. So that is great help for the caregivers in the future. So you never know, you might be the sick person lying down there. So your gift of each one of us to the caregiver or the people around us, that our loved ones, is to be able to be at peace with old age, sickness, and death. To be able to be at peace with what anything can happen anytime. I think that, is it enough, or anything else you can ask me? I'm very happy to share about that. Actually, there's the biggest things in our life. Ayya Vayama was like sick when she was, I think 57, or she 57, her diagnosis, or 56. So I'm just turned 56. So I can be the one that who's sick anytime. So all of you sitting here, so that is something that we can reflect on, that make the jobs, give the job of the caregiving lighter. And I'm very fortunate. I have time to talk to her. We have, because a lot of people will say, you need to look after yourself, don't do too much. But what is the alternative for the person who is sick? If I say, no, I got to look after myself, I'm not doing it tonight. Unless I could organize something before, but it's very hard to find someone have the skills and know all the things about the patient. Another thing that I haven't touched too much about is the sense of non-self. It's a great practice of non-self. Not what I want to do. Yes, actually, looking after Ayya Vayama, to lots of people, it just benefits her. Actually, it benefits me. Of course, first of all, I'll get all the merits for the effort I put in. But two, it's a practice of I cannot do what I want to do. It's a practice of non-self. There's no other options. That's why I told Ayya, we talk about it, we say, actually, even though it might look like I spend a lot of time, or 12 years is a lot of time for most people's time. So when I'm the sort of youngish time. But it is not. If you take every single thing we do in life as practice, then it will not be any waste of time. That's why I'm talking about, I could have thrown 12 years of my life away by just being, really angry or frustrated, or say, well, I need to do this, rather than just do it. And now I can tell you that I feel that I did everything I could. I can remember my 98 good breaks. When I sleep at night, and I told Ayya, even though if I die at the time, I knew that I did everything I could in life. When it is presented to me, I didn't go around and look for patients to look after. But it is presented in front of me. I can't turn my back away. And I have very good relationship with my teacher. So very lucky. Mm-hmm.
I always, when I see something happen in the neighborhood, people usually start to close window, close door, don't see better, But this lady was given 6 months to live, cancer. And doctors say 6 months. But actually, it's only 2.5 months. Just came from her wake. The thing I'd like to highlight to all is that wherever you see a relative or anyone who goes in the ambulance, on hindsight, I was talking to the family, please volunteer to go in the ambulance. There was so much fear in her eyes when they left the home. So the family thought they did the best thing, yes, because her pain level cannot be controlled by morphine. And so they called in the ambulance to bring her to the hospice. So they thought they did the best thing, but when they loaded on to the ambulance, before they shut the door on her, so I said, Auntie, don't worry, I will go and visit you. But you could see the fear because she's riding on the ambulance all by herself to a strange place. Then the aunties, her housemate said, don't worry, somebody will wait for her at the hospice, Then I also said, oh, okay. But there's fear in her eyes. So when the ambulance reached the hospice, the other side reported she crying all the way there. It's like she's resigned to her, whatever is going to happen. But if we can, in sports, we usually accompany whoever man down. We accompany them to whichever hospital. But in this scenario, there was no family members or anyone to just accompany her. That takes the fear away, I think, and to assure them that we are not sending you away, we're with you. Thank you.
I absolutely agree with you, because when my grandma was very sick, I went with her. She can't speak the language. It is in Australia. She speak a little bit of English, but not much. So if I let her just go in the ambulance, she have no idea. When you're sick, you don't know where you're going. So I agree with you that the fear is high, great fear, because they don't know what's happening to them. I went with my grandma and I chanted to her and remind her, I'm here with you, don't worry, I'm sitting at the back. She's in the ambulance. I don't know about here, the ambulance, so I got to sit at the back, back of her head. So I got to constantly remind her that, let her hear my voice, that I'm here. I'm here with you, don't worry. And I chanted for her. I must say, you're talking about that, I share something. When my grandma was very sick, I was with Ayya Vayama at my grandma's house. So we decided to call the ambulance. Ayya Vayama was sick at the time. She went with me to the ambulance because I can't leave her behind. She also sick. So I got grandma, I called the ambulance for. But the ambulance people are very nice. They actually, Ayya Vayama can't get into the ambulance because it's higher. She got problems with her, so she in the wheelchair or in the walker. But they lifted her up, put her into the front of the ambulance, and I stay at the back, and the other person also stay at the back. So yes, please don't shut your door. And you are shutting away, you seem like shutting away suffering. Actually, it's not. It's just because we are not able to face the suffering of ourselves and others. We need the practice in the Eightfold Path, in goodness, will allow us to be able to open our heart to the suffering of ourselves, but as well as others. That's typical examples that you mentioned, that people shut their doors to suffering because they actually don't know what to do. But we have the tools. We are not afraid of suffering because the Buddha say suffering is samsara. And I can share a bit more about that, how to keep your seat among all the sufferings.
That will be on Sunday.
You can't run away.
Okay, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So before we end, we will have a sharing of merits and then request for a blessing from Ayya.
Tonight?
We did load your merit sharing of
so
merits.
we do the sharing of merits first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your version, but we won't know. We will try to follow.
It is the English version. It's a very nice, small sharing of merits. So please join in and chant that. May the merits made by me, now or at some other time, be shared among all beings here, infinite, immeasurable, by rejoicing in this cause, these gifts of merits given by me. May beings all forever live a happy life, be free from hate, and may they find the path secure, and their good wishes all succeed. Sadhu, 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 sadhu.
Sadhu.
Just let me know what is next.
The next one, before we do the Arahang, short blessing for everyone. Short blessing.
Oh, okay. I'm going to do the full blessing, so there you go. So I wish all of you here and all the beings as unseen, happiness, good health, and may you continue to walk the Eightfold Path for the attainment of Nibbana. Sabba roga vinimuto, sabba santaba vajito, sabba veramati kanto, niputo chatavam bhava, sabitio vivajantu, sabba rogo vinasatu, mate bhavavantarayo, 𝐶𝐾𝐇𝐀𝐌𝐿𝐬 Abhivadana Silisanicham Udapachayino Chattaro Dhamma Vadanti Ayuvannu Sukhang Balang Bhavatu Sabba Mangalang Rakhantu Sabba Devata Sabba Buddha Nubhavena, Sabba Dhamma Nubhavena, Sabba Sangha Nubhavena, Sada Soti Bhavantu Te.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much, Ayya Seri. Thank you everyone for coming. We hope to see you tomorrow for those who have signed up for the retreat. It's a full day retreat, 9 to 5. You can register, come for, mark your attendance after 8:30 to 9. And then we will start with the taking of refuge and precepts, and then Ayya will start the session with her instructions and meditation. Thank you. So have a good night and see you tomorrow or Sunday. Let's Arahang. We will do Arahang. Then after that, pay respects to Ayya.
What do we need to do?
Yeah.
I'm a bit lost, but anyhow.
Just the Arahang,
Okay.
the homemade, the triple gem.
And my old age, sickness and death, my leg is frozen.
Yeah.
Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavanta Abhivademi Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Sangham Namami.
Can we pay respects to Ayya? Okay, let's pay respect.
May all of you be well and happy, and may have a safe trip back home. And may all of you be at peace.
Okay, thank you, Ayya. So just to announce that Ayya it mentioned Patachara Bhikkhuni Hermitage. They are raising funds to get a new property as well. So there are people who are shaving their heads to raise funds. If you want to scan the QR code, it's outside there. If not, then you just you can also help by putting in your donations in the box